Okay, Gregory, hit the music. Welcome to another episode of Clay Cam. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well as watch the video all the way through. Not because I asked you to, because man, today we're going to be talking about how to contract your own house. I'm Clay Nelson. I'm a general contractor from West Monroe, Louisiana. I like to make videos. And keep in mind, this is not a step-by-step on actually how to build a house because there's thousands of pieces, and what we're going to look for is the subs that know how to put those pieces together. And that brings me right into the point I really want to drive in home to you guys, is that I've been building for 16 years, and it's taken that long to collect the people that actually work for me and build these houses. And the fact is I've been through tons of subcontractors because there's a lot of really crappy ones out there. Their expectation of what they're doing for you and then your expectation of what they're doing for you might be two different things, and that's where the clash sort of begins. You're just getting started. You have your plans. Now you're looking for people to build a house. You're going to physically be able to look at the plans and say, okay, well, I need a slab and I need framing, I need a roof, I need materials. And again, this is where you should apply the most time, is getting the right people to build the house. The lumber suppliers also, and any other kind of suppliers of materials that go into the house. So I would suggest getting references on people. If you know builders in the community that would actually talk to you, if you had a friend that was a builder, it's probably going to be the best way to do it, is just somebody that would sort of help you along. And look for referrals from them. If they say they've been using a plumber for 10 years, more than likely they're going to be a good plumber. And the next step is getting your permit. Now, I build in Louisiana, and in Louisiana, it is legal for a homeowner to build their own house, so they can pull their own permit. Otherwise, it would have to be a licensed general contractor to pull the permit. Just to give you a little brief rundown of the process, the first thing you're going to think about is the slab. And in the slab, there's going to be three key parts that come together. The people that put the slab together, the ready-mix plant, and the materials. Your materials are going to be forms and rebar and wire and plastic and that type of thing. The ready-mix plant is the obvious, it's your concrete mix. And the last thing is the people that do the labor, and that, again, that's really one of the most important parts. I would recommend as a first-time home builder, you get somebody that can set the forms, dig the footings, and pour the concrete. And more than likely, if they do all three things, they're going to line up your ready-mix truck, your termite treatment, and a pump truck if needed. And as you're putting your slab in, you have to be communicating with the plumber and electrician just in case there's anything that has to go in the slab. 100% of the time, plumbing is going to go in the slab, and most of the time, electrical is going to go to the slab. If you have an island, electrical is required in the island, and there's a few other things that the electrician may have to rough into the slab. And the next step is the framing of the house, and you want to have a good framer that don't mind coordinating with the lumber yard, because there's going to have to be a lot of communication. When do I need plates? When do I need studs? When do I need joists? When do I need rafters, decking, etc.? Also, you want to think about any special order items. Most of the time, windows take a long time to get in, which on this house, we've had a delay with the windows. With the coronavirus and everything, they're taking like 6 weeks to get in, so you always want to be thinking a little bit ahead on everything. Once your framing is done, you can move on to the electrical and the plumbing rough in, and I like to do both of those first. They can go on at the same time, really, but those need to go first because there's a lot of wires that get pulled in the attic, and if you have ductwork in the way, it's a lot harder to pull the wires underneath the ductwork, and if you pull the wires over the ductwork, it's going to collapse the ductwork. And once the electrical and plumbing is done, the HVAC can go in. This particular house is going to be completely brick, and you want to have all your inside rough ends done before you start the brick, and I'm going to tell you why. Things that will exit your brick: hose bibs, drip lines, refrigerant lines, and disconnects, gas drops, TV boxes, water heater, and gas main. Okay, everything is roughed in the end wall, and you want to get your end wall inspection done. The brick is going up, the shingles are going on. Also, you want to have the plumbing done before the shingles goes on because you're going to have penetrations that have to be prepped by the roofer. At this point, a lot of things are going on, and I still want to go back to like bringing on good people because they're going to know the order of those things. Also, they're going to be able to work together to make it happen. In this particular house, that's where we are in the process, so I can't really give you a visual of the sheetrock, the trim, the paint, etc. But I can tell you how it goes. Insulation, sheetrock, cabinets and trim, then flooring, and then you trim out your electrical and plumbing devices as well as the HVAC. And then after that, or during the time, you can start on all your exterior stuff. And I say exterior stuff, but these are things that don't necessarily go on the house, like the driveway, the sprinklers, and like the landscaping. And now you have the finished product. And being a first-time home builder, you're pretty much going to hate the building business. You're pretty much going to hate everybody that built the house, and you're going to like really have to have some time to recuperate. No, I'm just kidding. More than likely, it's not going to be that bad, but do understand a few things. Being a first-time home builder and possibly a one-time home builder, understand that your subs are going to probably put the people that they work for frequently as a priority, and that's just part of the territory. And unfortunately, the building business is not cookie cutter, and like everybody can't really be served equally. Now, the good subs are going to try to serve their people equally, but even the best of us have to prioritize. And the big question is, how much money are you actually going to save by contracting your own house? Most of the time, the contractor is going to charge 10 to 20%. So if you're building a $400,000 house, you're going to save $40,000 to $80,000. Why is there such a big margin there? That's because on paper, most of the time, a contractor will show you 10%, and then a lot of times they're going to hide 10% within the bid. And that's just for a cushion for themselves. It's not necessarily them being dishonest. It's just that the contractor takes a lot of risk. There's a lot of variables involved in construction. You're going to be dealing with the economy. You're going to be dealing with the fluctuation of materials. You're going to be dealing with the dependability of people. There's just a lot of variables. There's a lot of things that could go wrong. I'm not going to beat around the bush about that. It is very possible that it could be a stressful situation for you, depending on the people that you're able to recruit to build your house. All in all, understand it's not going to be a cakewalk. Be ready for some adversity and make yourself available. If there's anything I hadn't covered in this video, drop a question in the comments and I'll be happy to answer it. That's been another episode of Clay Cam. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.